Hello guys, welcome back to NBA Stars. With his friendly demeanor and infectious smile, he's shown as much off-court as on, becoming one of the world's best-known and most well-loved sports figures. Earvin "Magic" Johnson Jr. is an American retired professional basketball player, and he played as point guard for the Lakers for 13 seasons. Magic is one of the most iconic and successful basketball players of all time. He is also one of the most inspiring individuals in the world, thanks to his story of overcoming incredible odds to achieve greatness. In this video, we will be discussing the life story of one of the most iconic basketball players ever, Magic Johnson. We will explore his journey from being a young basketball phenom to becoming one of the most successful businessmen in the world. We will also discuss how Magic Johnson has been able to overcome some of the biggest obstacles in his life, including being diagnosed with HIV. Finally, we will explore how Magic Johnson's story can be a source of motivation for us all. So before moving ahead, please subscribe my channel. The early life struggle of the garbage man. Earvin Johnson Jr. was born on August 14, 1959, in Lansing, Michigan, the middle of 7 children. His father, Earvin Sr., worked on an assembly line at General Motors and held a second job hauling garbage. Johnson would often help his father on the garbage route, and he was teased by neighborhood children who called him Garbage Man. His mother, Christine, worked as a janitor and cafeteria worker at a local school while taking primary responsibility for rearing the children. Growing up, Earvin Jr. also worked several jobs to help his parents, but he developed a deeper passion for playing basketball, and would start practice shooting as early as 7:30 a.m. every day. His favorite basketball player was Bill Russell. Johnson came from an athletic family. By the time he had reached the 8th grade, Johnson had begun to think about a future in basketball. He had become a dominant junior high player, once scoring 48 points in a game. Johnson looked forward to playing at Sexton High School, a school with a very successful basketball team. Johnson did join the basketball team, but became angry after several days when his new teammates ignored him during practice, not even passing the ball to him. Johnson's brilliant gameplay gave him NBA draft. Johnson was first dubbed Magic as a 15-year-old sophomore playing for Everett High School, when he recorded a triple-double of 36 points. In his final high school season, Johnson led Everett to a victory in the state championship game. Johnson dedicated the championship victory to his best friend Reggie Chastain, who was killed in a car accident the previous summer. Johnson, who finished his high school career with 2 All-State selections, was considered at the time to be the best high school player ever to come out of Michigan and was also named to the 1977 McDonald's All-American team. Although Johnson was recruited by several top-ranked colleges such as Indiana and UCLA, he decided to play close to home. He ultimately decided to attend Michigan State when coach Judd Heathcote told him he could play the point guard position. Johnson did not initially aspire to play professionally, focusing instead on his communication studies major and his desire to become a television commentator. He earned praises during his debut year for helping his team, the Spartans, win the Big Ten Conference title of the NCAA. In his sophomore year, Magic helped Michigan State win the National College Basketball Championship by defeating the Indiana State University Sycamores, led by future Boston Celtics star Larry Bird, scoring 24 points and winning Most Valuable Player. Because of his outstanding performance, Johnson was drafted first overall in 1979 by the Los Angeles Lakers and became the team's key to winning the NBA championship that season. With star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar injured and unable to play in the 6th game of the finals, Johnson started at center, scoring 42 points, and he led his team to victory and was named tournament MVP. He faced many ups and downs in his career. Johnson's second year for the Lakers was not nearly so magical. In addition to suffering a knee injury that forced him to miss 46 games that season, tension had begun to mount between the popular player and his teammates. When the Lakers lost to the Houston Rockets in the first round of the NBA championship playoffs, Johnson was largely blamed for the defeat. Johnson was booed on many courts, both away and at home. Westhead was fired the next day and replaced with assistant coach Pat Riley. Johnson also experienced a personal roller coaster during this time. A high school friend with whom he had a brief casual relationship announced that she was pregnant. On February 20, 1981, Johnson's son Andre was born. On the court, Johnson's play was as splendid as it was consistent. He won his second consecutive steals title that season. Johnson won the first 2 of his 4 league assists titles and continued to improve upon his already brilliant all-around play. By the 1984 finals, Johnson had signed a $25 million contract. The grueling 7-game series against Boston marked a low point in Johnson's career. His playmaking gaffes at the end of games 2, 4 and 7 contributed to the Lakers' defeat. With Johnson improving his outside shot and setting assists records, the Lakers won 3 NBA titles in the next 4 years. The first of this string came in the 1985 Finals win over their nemesis, the Celtics. During the 1986-87 season, he pumped in 38 points against Houston and then a career-high 46 points in the next game against the Sacramento Kings. His 23.9 season average was the highest of his career. That season, Johnson was named NBA Most Valuable Player. Johnson had wanted it badly. Johnson won his third Finals MVP award in 1987, following a 6-game victory over Boston. Johnson stunned the world by announcing HIV. In 1988-89, Abdul-Jabbar's final season, Johnson suffered a hamstring injury in the NBA Finals and the Lakers were swept by a well-rounded Pistons team. Johnson in the 1990-91 campaign helped the Lakers to a 58-24 record. The Lakers lost to the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan in 5 games, but it was the 9th time Johnson had reached the finals in his 12 seasons. In 1991, Johnson married Earletha "Cookie" Kelly in a small wedding in Lansing. In November, Johnson withdrew from the Los Angeles Lakers after finding out that he had human immunodeficiency virus. He believed he acquired the disease through unprotected sexual activity. Johnson revealed the news to the public on November 7, 1991, and announced he would be retiring from basketball. The sports world was stunned. Johnson found it difficult to accept the diagnosis at the time, as his wife Cookie was pregnant with their first child. Both his wife and son, Irvin III, turned out to not have HIV. At the time, the public thought the virus mostly affected homosexuals or intravenous drug users. Fear and confusion were also rampant regarding how the disease could be transmitted. He said, "People jumped out of swimming pools when he jumped in, afraid they would contract the virus." Indeed, he abruptly aborted a 1992 NBA comeback after many players expressed fear of coming into contact with him. Magic Johnson's decision to expose his medical condition helped raise awareness about the disease. He later established the Magic Johnson Foundation to support HIV/AIDS research efforts and awareness programs that same year. He wrote the campaign "What You Can Do to Avoid AIDS." The dream team in post-retirement life. Undeterred, Magic Johnson returned to play in the 1992 NBA All-Star Game, scoring 25 points and being named All-Star MVP. That summer, he went to play in the 1992 Summer Olympic Games in Barcelona, Spain as a member of the United States basketball Dream Team that won the gold medal, along with Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. He hoped to make a comeback and announced his return shortly before the 1992 season. However, after 5 preseason games, he announced his retirement again, saying he wanted to stay healthy for his family. Johnson remained active in the American basketball scene, acquiring an ownership share in the Los Angeles Lakers and forming a team that played games around the world to benefit charities. He later became vice president of the Lakers franchise and took over as head coach by the end of the 1992-93 season. In June 1995, Johnson opened the 12-screen Magic Theaters in a mostly black area of Los Angeles. In early 1996, Magic returned to play again for the Lakers, but announced his retirement by May, this time for good. Later, in October 1996, he was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. Magic Johnson explored other options outside basketball and enjoyed all-star success as a businessman. He became conscious of his hard-earned money early in his career, after witnessing fellow Laker Abdul-Jabbar lose millions to bad business advisors. Like other superstar athletes, Johnson appeared in commercials, gave speeches, and hosted a television talk shows that he got paid huge amounts for. Magic Johnson became a powerful force in business and founded Magic Johnson Enterprises, which majorly invested in large-scale property development. Among his achievements were Starbucks coffee franchises, movie theaters, and shopping centers in inner-city areas where no one else wanted to invest. In 1997, he opened another cinema complex in Atlanta, Georgia. Magic movie houses continued to be constructed in other cities, including Brooklyn, New York, where the historic Loew's Kings Theater was restored for $30 million. In 2008, he shared his secrets to success with his book, 32 Ways to be a Champion in Business. He also collaborated with Larry Bird in 2009 to write When the Game Was Ours, a book which tackled their rivalry, experiences on the court, and the sport they are passionate about. That same year, Magic Johnson was inducted into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. In 2012, he endorsed Barack Obama for president. He won the WNBA championship as the owner in 2016. Johnson net worth is currently $620 million. As of 2023, Johnson has become a high-profile advocate for HIV awareness and prevention. So this was the magnificent life of NBA legend Magic Johnson. We wish him good luck for his upcoming life. With this we end our video. So please do like, comment, share and subscribe for more such great content.